Good morning to you all. Good morning, my followers. Yodit coming from Yodit Marketing. Yodit is like a marketing. I brought you today Raza here. He's in Toronto, Canada, and I am in Virginia. Today is Tuesday. In Virginia, it's election day. So some people are at home, some people are lining up somewhere out there. It's a bit cloudy and a bit chilly here. I don't know what weather you have. I see a good light coming into your.
Yeah, we got some sun here finally, but it
Yeah,
is cool.
beautiful.
Yes, it's one of those deceiving sun today. It is
This
still cold
is.
outside. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, but we used to have sunshine a lot these days, but then today turned out to be one of those cool days with no
Mm.
sunshine, but it's okay. We're good. Thank you for those so far tuning in now, and for anyone who's watching a replay later or now, thank you so very much. I am so grateful for all of you, my new followers. On my page, I've seen some new followers coming in every now and then. Thank you so much, and I hope I'm giving you some good value on the page. It's not just business talk and everything. And here, with my friend, with my business partner Raza, we're going to talk some business talk and also, something that you will take away for your life and for anything, to be honest. And we're going to have some discussion. And with that, I will let Raza introduce yourself to me and
All
to
right,
my viewers. Who is
all
Raza?
right. Awesome. Well, I'm Raz. I'm from Toronto, in Canada. I've lived here for about 31 years, and I live here with my wife and my 12-year-old daughter. And what else? I mean, I came to Canada. I was born in Kuwait in the Middle East. My parents are originally from Pakistan. So that's a little bit of my background. We actually left Kuwait during the Gulf War, when the Iraq and Kuwait war was going on. That's when we left. And so we've been here ever since. I went to school here, and after I graduated, I went into working in the corporate company here, a big international company. I was in human resources, in HR, and I did about 14 years there. And then I thought that I knew everything. So I decided to become an entrepreneur. And that's when I fell flat on my face because I wasn't prepared for being an entrepreneur at that time.
Hmm.
Um, because the way we think, the way our mindset is, the way entrepreneurs need to make decisions are completely different than an employee
Wow.
mindset. So I didn't realize how little I knew about the entrepreneur world. So over time, going through hardships and unsuccessful businesses, and to the point that I remember, like, things were really tough in our family,
Hmm.
because I went in this whole spiral down. I think it was like 2011 or 2012 that I really I businesses were not working. My entrepreneurial journey had crashed. I couldn't find a job. Nobody wanted to hire me anymore,
Hmm.
and I ended up driving Uber and working in a factory here in Toronto.
Hmm.
And I remember those times so clearly, that it wasn't. I realized that I was going through a tough time, but it wasn't one of those times. I knew I was going to get out of it. That was a thing that was in the back of my head, that this is not my permanent place. This is just something that is happening to me right now, or happening for me right now, to teach me certain things so that I can go. And it was that phase, and then there was a next phase that came in right after that, where I had an opportunity to become a professional speaker.
Hmm.
Basically, I got hired by organizations to represent their ideas and their high ticket offers all over the world. So they would fly me and put me in different hotels and all of that stuff. So it just kind of transitioned from there to there. And that was the career that I had built over the past 6, 7 years
Wow.
until COVID happened. you know, so the pandemic. So March 2020 was my last speaking engagement. It was in Los Angeles. I was speaking over there to an audience, and then that was it. When I kind of came back, no more conferences, no more seminars, workshops, nothing was happening. So I had to really figure out a way to reinvent myself. And
Mm-hmm.
that's really what brought me to this whole digital business um, in, I think, August or September 2020.
Right. Wow. See that long journey. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, COVID, one big event of our life, unfortunately.
hmm
I mean, I
hmm
wish it was a good thing to say that, but then it is. It happened. It is what it is, right? So, it,
It's they always say,
Mhm.
opportunities come in hard times, in
Right.
tough times.
Exactly.
Chaos creates opportunities.
Definitely.
And I think this is not the how should I say this? This pandemic was not probably is not the last one that we will see. Is
Right.
probably not. It wasn't the first one that we've ever seen, right? And there will be many opportunities that push us to
Mm-hmm.
reinvent ourselves personally, reinvent ourselves professionally, spiritually, whatever we need to call it, because there will be many opportunities that require us to be bold and take a direction where we don't want to go. We're
Definitely.
not comfortable going there, but that is the name of the game these days. The only thing, I think I said this the other day, the only thing that is constant in this day and age right now is change.
Hmm.
That's it.
Change.
Anything can happen that can cause change in our circumstances, in our health, in our professional careers. Anything can happen, and how well we adapt to it, how well we bounce back from it, is what makes the difference between somebody who excels faster or slower,
Fascinating. Thank you,
in my
Raza.
opinion.
No, it is. It is. Yeah. Thank you. You just put it beautifully. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing is constant. It is change.
Mhm.
Change. Just change. Change happens, and then it's up to us whether to come out of it or to just complain and be in it with that, you know,
Yeah.
situation, whatever it is, whether it is pandemic or whatever it is. Are we
Yeah.
ready to evolve with it, like to change? Thank you.
And
Wow.
Yoda, it's, just because we're talking about it, a lot of times people might get an impression that, oh, it's easy for you to say it. No, it's not easy. Change is never easy.
Yeah.
It is painful. It is uncomfortable. It is inconvenient. And that is why we talk about that. We, the more stronger we are, physically, mentally, our mindset, all of that stuff will allow us to bounce back from these changes that going to
Hmm.
continue keep happening.
Yeah.
So no, it's not easy, uh, um, and however, it is a necessity.
Yes, yes. When you say that, you remind me something, that what you said. I mean, Raza, I'm so grateful that you came here. It's not just, like I said earlier, it's not just a business talk. It is something for our life. And,
Mhm.
I kept on saying our community, our business community, are really kind and generous. And people sometimes they relate kindness and generosity only with money. And it's not just that.
Mhm.
Generosity is giving your knowledge
Mhm.
from whatever you read or from your life experience and from your struggle and failure. You share things like what you did just now, and then your love and your time. You gave me time. We had no connection. You don't even know me that I existed, and then now you're here with me, sharing your time, your valuable time, and giving my viewers, my followers, and my friends, this valuable golden
Mhm.
speech.
Mhm.
And that's what kindness and generosity is. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful, Raza. So, you said, you just mentioned some beautiful things there, changes. Nothing is constant but change. And then last time when you speak, our business is, it's not something, you know, uh, it's not easy, but you
Hmm.
say it is what?
Simple.
Simple,
Simple.
right? That's your mantra.
Yeah.
And I took from you and I keep repeating, it is not easy, but it is
Yeah.
simple. Can
Yeah.
you, can you elaborate a little bit
Sure. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that?
Absolutely. You
Mhm.
see, when people like us who have different professions, we work in a different field. For us to do something new, like a digital business. I mean, for me, this is new digital business, online entrepreneur, being an online entrepreneur. Um, when we do that, there are so many things to learn. Same way if I had to go into, let's say, become a real estate agent or a mortgage broker, there are so many things to learn.
Mhm.
And because there are so many moving parts, success in that profession is not just a matter of knowledge of, let's just say, the mortgage industry, the interest rate, the lending, the credit, and all of that stuff. It's also a matter of, okay, yeah, that's the technical knowledge, but how am I going to get clients? Yes, I have to network. Okay, where should I be networking, and all of that stuff. So there's so many things that come into play, excuse me, in order to be successful at a journey.
Mm.
What I had learned a long time ago from my mentors is that the fastest way for you to succeed at anything is not by figuring every piece out, because success at anything has already been figured out,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what I want to do. Success at that very thing has already been figured out. So your job, my mentor said to me, is to find somebody who has a blueprint, who has a system, has already gotten to where you want to go. And if you dare call somebody a mentor, then you do what they say to do, not think about it. I remember his advice very strongly. He says most people talk about having a mentor, and when the mentor says to them to do something, they think about it. They're like, oh, no, maybe that doesn't suit me. No, either you are interested in results or you're not, right? And he ingrained that in me. So when I was looking at being a digital entrepreneur, because back in 2020, I realized any company or any individual who had figured out this whole online thing was thriving.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, how do I get a piece of this? So I
Right.
realized when I was doing my research that there are so many components to becoming successful in the online space. You got to have a product. You got to have a presentation that people can watch. You got to have not only that, a landing page or a website. You got to have some email communication going on with the people. You got to bring them into a group or a place, people in a place where they can learn from other testimonials and stuff like that of other people using the products or services and everything. So when I looked at that, it was like 15, 16 things that I had to learn to create by myself. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because it's going to take me forever.
Yeah.
Imagine, Yodit, if you had to go from point A to point B and you were going to drive, instead of just hopping in a car and driving, imagine that you start building a car, right?
Mhm.
Imagine that you have to put this engine together and then the tires and then the body and then the inside of the car and
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's going to take you forever to get to that point where you can drive off. And that's what was happening when I did my research. That's what's happening out there with
Mm.
so many people who are trying to make a buck, make money online. They're getting stuck with building a car.
Right.
And like, to me, my time is precious. I don't want to spend time building a car. I just want to do the fun part, which
Right.
is making money, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
Obvious.
I wanted to get to that part sooner. So that's why when I got here and the way I went through the system, the way I was introduced, the way the communication was happening, I like the automation in this whole thing because a lot of the heavy lifting was done by the system. So when
Right,
I say this business is not easy, no, it's not easy because you still have to learn the small component of
right.
advertising, and we have amazing, relevant, up-to-date training for that that you would apply step by step.
Mm-hmm.
I just say it's simple business. It's a simple business because the system is going to do the heavy lifting for you, and you got to do this tiny little part, right?
Definitely. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
yeah.
Raza. Thank you, my viewers. Melina, she said she's proud of both of us. And Selena, she's saying hello. Me and Razat, hello to you, Selena.
Mhm.
Thank you for watching
Yes,
us.
hello to
And
you.
yeah, it is the time is a bit like morning. I don't come live morning, so maybe people will watch us replay. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
statistically in the online space, Facebook Live is mostly watched afterwards.
Afterwards. So yeah, and we're living the good things for them. So yeah, they will
That's
catch
right.
up later. So Raza, darling, you mentioned like you already touched how our online business and other online businesses out there. There are hundreds of them, and you already
Yeah,
touched them. What the difference between us? But then you also have experienced from the offline world too, right? And I also did. Like I worked in 9 to 5 job in the past. So can you've mentioned it, but just compile it together. The different. How do you compare and contrast for people who are offline business, and then for the people who are looking at the online business? Compare a
yeah,
little bit. Yeah.
yeah. I'll give you an example. So remember, I said that back in March 2020. I mean, that's where I started looking at exploring my options. One of the
Right.
things that I was looking at that time is I was looking at buying a business, buying an existing business.
Mm,
I was looking at laundromats. I was looking at car wash stations. I was looking at accounting firms. And why I was looking to buy an existing business is because that business already had customers. It already had a system in place. The
right.
owner was already running it successfully and all of that stuff. So it's great for me to just kind of take over and have that. Mind you, needed like close to $1 million, $1.5 million to buy the accounting firm. I don't have that. I had to go to the bank for it and all of that stuff. But I'll tell you something. One of the biggest differences is, as I was doing this, I remember the accounting firm. Uh, I was interested in looking at their numbers and doing my due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
They said that if for you to show us that you're serious, and for us to open up our books and have you see our statements and all of that stuff, to evaluate whether this business is for you or not, we need a deposit in our trust account of $50,000. Okay.
Wow.
So this is just a deposit. If I'm not going to go through the business, they're going to give the money back to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to deposit $50,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I want to just compare that, so that was going on. And then when I got introduced to this digital business, an idea of being a digital entrepreneur through an ad, and that ad led me to a webinar, and they said in order to do your due diligence and for you to learn more about the products and everything like that, you got to pay this tiny amount. I'm like, 50,000, 149.
149.
I think I can do it, right? And again, it came with the 30-day money back guarantee and all of that stuff. So it was
Right.
really simple for me to pull the trigger. Of
Right.
course, online, you sometimes are concerned with scams and all of that stuff,
Mhm.
but you got to learn to do your basic due diligence. Did I have all the answers at that time? No, but I
Mm.
actually resonated with some of the stories that were shared on the webinars, and with what was talked about and my previous knowledge and everything. I'm like, you know what, let me just go in with this.
Mhm.
And I got a 30-day money back guarantee online. I
Right.
pretty much, whenever there's a money back guarantee, I haven't really lost any money online, right?
Right.
That's the thing about online. Like, it although it's a crazy world out there,
Mm-hmm.
This particular part, I've never, if somebody said that they have a 30-day money back guarantee, I've always gotten my money back, right?
Right.
So it doesn't
Right.
matter where it is. So I think people need to learn to be able to, and we're talking about, a smaller amount, not like tens of thousands of dollars and everything like that.
Right. Right.
So, so yeah, so the simplicity in in the online business, the infrastructure, the automation that can be put in place, and then you have an opportunity to be location independent. There are
Right.
so many times that I have checked on the business and gotten on the call with future clients and stuff like that. I'm in the car, or I'm at a beach, or I'm at a cottage with my family, right? Like I'm camping. So it's not something that I need to kind of unlock and come inside a physical location. And that's why digital businesses, these days, are really, really thriving, because people are learning the skills that they need to learn in order
Mm-hmm.
to be location independent.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not going to add anything because you mentioned a valuable part. Now, let's go to the fun part. Recently, Raza darling, you and some of the business partners in Canada, you got together, right?
We
Yeah,
did.
and I've been watching you and other people sharing the videos and photos, and it was so beautiful because the thing is, for a year and so we were locked down. We couldn't meet anyone. It was only like this on the
Yeah.
screen, right? And then, thank God, God is good. So it was like a little bit released from that COVID thing. And then you guys met, and it was awesome. Let me pull, if I can pull off, I want to share some pictures
Oh,
with you.
sure.
Okay, let me see. I've never shared, but I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
StreamYard is awesome. I,
Yeah.
I, I love using it.
Let me see. Mm-hmm. Not Chrome. All right. The window, right?
Mm.
Uh, and do you see it?
I see the screen, but I just don't see the pictures that you're
You don't
sharing.
see the pictures. Oh,
I just
oh,
see StreamYard.
oh, just the stream itself. I think it's not able to do it because I think I should have
Should be able
opened.
to share your desktop.
All right.
Like,
I think I got it. I got it. I
I think you
got it.
just have to minimize the the
The stream,
StreamYard thing.
yeah? Probably.
It's probably there. You go.
You see something? I love this. I just
Oh
love it. I really do love it. Beautiful.
yeah. Yep. This was our TikTok.
So anyway, that so you guys had, this is just an example. There was also a picture, but I couldn't share it for some reason.
Yeah.
But there
Yeah.
are a lot of pictures in this video. I love it. You guys had amazing time there, right? I mean,
We
all of,
did.
yeah. And tell me about it. How was the feeling like to have
You
a personal
know.
touch, with, yeah.
Yeah. I think we as human beings are in, built for human connection. We're
Mm-hmm.
not we're not designed to live in isolation. We malfunction when we are put in isolation for
Right,
long periods of time.
right,
And, for people that I learned from, people that guided me, people that helped me in this business, everything happened over the past 13 months happened online. And when this opportunity came in to see these people in person, not only it was a way for me to solidify myself in the business, it was also an opportunity for me to learn in person from them. And seeing them was just like, oh my gosh, you're like, we were poking each other and like, you are real. you know, some people were taller than they appeared on the screen. Some people were
Yes.
shorter than they appeared on the screen. So it was great to
Yeah.
be able to meet and learn from these people and see them eye to eye,
Mhm.
be shoulder to shoulder with them,
Yes.
and realize that, although we come from different walks of life, different religions, different backgrounds, all of that stuff, we all have a common goal. And that is,
Yes.
we are all making it happen for ourselves and for our families. And we're trying to provide a better life for us and our families. And that's what makes us a community. And that's what makes us a tribe. Uh,
Right.
and that's what helps us thrive in this strange online world. Because a
Yeah.
lot of us, I mean, a lot of actually almost 95% of the people that I hung out with, um, they had never run an online business before. And now these people are, all of
Yeah.
them were online business coaches and all of that stuff. So it was absolutely great to
Yeah.
learn from them and
Beautiful.
hang out, just have fun.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy for you. I mean, yeah, it is beautiful. I can't wait to get together with on my side. Like we're waiting, we're counting
Mhm.
on it. So we're thinking about it. It is a beautiful feeling to have.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the time. It just goes like that. All right. Before I let you go, though, I have one more question. Like,
Mhm.
I have followers on my page, and you also have the same thing. Like, and we are out there on social media and, creating awareness that this awesome business existed and it's here, and some people are interested, and then looking at questioning it because there are stuff happening in the online
Mhm.
world, and then some people are also just watching it and then just ignoring it,
Yeah.
not giving the time or to think about it or not taking action. What do you advise to in general for people who are looking at it or later a replay, you know what do you say to them?
Yeah, just like anything, there are those who are thinking and whose circumstances are pushing them to the point that they need to start exploring their options. I always say this, you don't need to be broke before you start an online business. You want to work on a plan B when you don't need it, so
Hmm.
that it is there when you do need it, right? So if you have a decent job and you're making ends meet, but things are, just kind of going paycheck to paycheck kind of thing, and
Hmm.
that's okay. Things are not in trouble in your household and everything like that. That probably may be the best time for you to dedicate time, energy, and effort and money in order to build this business.
Right.
Because when circumstances get dire and you need something next month, that's probably the wrong time to start,
Hmm.
because you're much more in desperation mode, you're much more in a needy mode, and you're going to want results faster. The way the business works, it's not an overnight thing. I mean, this is not like, get rich quick scheme that you start today and tomorrow you got, money just coming from all over the place for you.
Hmm.
That's just not how it works. This is a business. It just happens to be digital. It just happens to be online. So, so my recommendations for those is, if you are kind of interested and if you're sitting on the fence, my mentor used to say to me, get off the fence. It's very uncomfortable. Either it's a
Right.
yes or a no. Either say no or say yes. Yodit, myself, anybody, we are completely okay with a no. As a matter of fact, that's why we have a money back guarantee, that,
Yeah.
come check it out, explore. You
Right.
have 30 days to do your due diligence. And if it is not for you, let us know. I let people who are checking my business out and my offers out at 2 weeks time frame. I kind of give them a call. Like I say to them, I say, hey, I haven't heard from you. I want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence, because if this is not for you, I want to give you your money back. Right. So at 3 weeks point blank, I kind of get on their cases like, listen, if this is not for you, let's just give you your money back and go so that you can be on your way.
Yes.
But if it is for you, then let's talk more seriously. Let's schedule a call and have a one-on-one call. So, so my advice to you would be the same that my mentor told me once: get off the fence. Either it's a yes or a no. Have 3 or 4 points that you want to evaluate for your business, and match this business, the digital business that Yoda is talking about, to those points and see if it fits. Are you going to have to do the work? Yes. Are you going to have to spend some time? Yes. Are you going to have to learn some new skills? Yes. And all of that stuff, like the skills part, helping you learn the online world, the social media world, and all of that stuff, that is teachable stuff. That's not
Mm-hmm.
something you need to come with, but
Right.
you do need to come with a good mindset. You need to come with an open mind. You need to be coachable. You need to be fun to be work with, because we're
Yes.
in the digital space. You got to be fun. You got
Yes.
to enjoy your journey. And together we can go places.
And I'm telling you, this digital business is enjoyable, every bit of it. Like,
Yeah.
there is nothing not to enjoy about this business. The people and every single thing about this business is enjoyable. So yeah, thank you
Hmm.
so very much. It's
You're
been 30
welcome.
minutes and more. Thank you so very much. I mean, not just my viewers, I gain a ton from you, and I'm so proud, and congratulations on your success and everything, Razak. God bless. Thank you so
Thank you.
very
God
much.
bless you too. Yoda,
Thank
thank you so much.
Yeah. So it's Tuesday, my viewers. I'm grateful whoever is watching right now and watched earlier and watching later for in the replay. So if you are interested, you can just go to my bio, or you can search Raza page. We are on social media. You will find it. This is our real name out there.
Right.
We're real people. Reach out to us and get our website on our bio, and then just register for the webinar. It's happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the same with the Raza Toronto, Canada, the same time, 8 p.m. We will start going live, and you will learn about more about this business tonight or Thursday, the same time, anytime. And then we can also share ideas and everything with you. Thank you so very much. Have a lovely day wherever you are. And Raza, darling,
No,
grateful.
thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
absolutely. My pleasure.
Bye.